just a great college basketball game, man. They're just. I think I say this every time I come here. There's a fun team to watch, to scout, to prepare for. They just play so intelligently, so tough, so well coached, and you know when you play them, you know you have to be tough. You have to be smart. It's going to take 40 minutes. So when your team wins, especially here, you know this is going to be one of the toughest environments. You feel great, you know, about so many things about your team because you have so much respect for Creighton, for Greg, the way they play, and in this environment.
I guess to both players, Series 3 tied it up with just under 5 to go, and then you hit a 14-4 run to end it. I guess what were the keys to finishing that game off in that manner and closing it out with a double-digit win?
Yeah, that was a tough shot that he made. And right then it was a tie ball game, and we knew we just had to stick to doing what we were doing, and that's just being solid, playing Villanova basketball for 40 minutes, and we know against the best teams, it's going to take 40 minutes, and this is a great team, one of the best teams in our league, so we know when that happened, come closer together, and play Villanova basketball. Don't try to go win it yourself. Don't go outside of doing what we do. And just stick to Villanova basketball, and we're gonna live and die with that.
I'm sorry. You repeat the question. I'm sorry.
Just the keys to the 14-4 run, the end of the game for you guys.
I think it really started with us seniors, making sure that we were poised and calm at the end, and really just focusing on what we do as a team. Josh stepped up. He was a little frustrated in the beginning, but he really stepped up as a leader and really just had us composed. And once we got that togetherness, and we just finished out the game like you said.
Jay, what were your impressions of Justin Patton?
Yeah, he's a talent, man. He's what's so impressive as a first-year player. He's really effective on both ends of the floor. Defensively, he's a great rim protector. We had a couple times where we thought we had post-ups, and we had Dante DiVincenzo and Watson once, and he came across and blocked it. We had Mikal Bridges in the lane one time. Thought we had a layup. He came across and blocked it. And then on the offensive end, he can pass. He's great around the basket. He keeps the ball high. He's really well coached. He's a talent. The kid's he's good. He's a handful.
Jay, obviously your guys have been in big games and big spots. Is that what allows them to execute the way they do down the stretch, or is there more to it than just the experience?
No, I think that's what it is. And like Jalen said, we have 3 seniors that just are amazing. Not just X and O wise, not just making shots, but communicating and leading the team through in tough times because they've been through it. And Jalen, we always say, is an old soul. Even though he's a sophomore, he's out there like a senior. So I think that experience and that intelligence really helps us down the stretch.
Looked like they were settling into a pretty good rhythm. The crowd was involved. They had a double-digit lead early. I think Jalen scored 11 in a row. How big was that stretch for him to get you guys?
They were doing a really good job. Again, this is what happens. You play good teams, good coaches. They were doing a very good job of taking Josh and Chris out of it, and then and we have a lot of options on this team. Those guys, we try to go to them, but they took it away. And then Jalen, we go to Jalen, and he just started making plays. Not only was he scoring, but he was making plays for other people. And then he went on a little tear there. And we always know he's capable. When Josh and Chris have it going, he doesn't need to, but when they don't, he needs to, and he did, and he's done it for us before.
Hey, Jay, Purdue, Notre Dame here, and you go to Butler next. Eventually these things will balance out where you'll get some big games at home. What is the way that you guys have started and to be here and still be undefeated mean for what's to come between now and March?
I hear exactly what you're saying. As you were saying that, I was just thinking about Butler next. We really do concentrate on one game at a time, and we don't, as you were saying it, it's kind of new to me because we don't think that way. We just think, let's take care of this. I haven't even thought about Butler yet. We still want to take this and learn from this. It's something we always do, win or lose. I thought probably the best thing that our seniors did was take that DePaul win where we didn't play well and demanded that everybody get refocused, rather than waiting for a loss. And then even after this win, there's a lot of things we can improve on. And if we continue to do that, then we'll take whatever the results are.
As you sit here undefeated, is this year an extension of last year, or is this really kind of forged their own identity?
You know, it's completely different. It's a completely different crew, completely different team. We're playing differently, but they have to deal with everyone else's impact from last season. You know, they have to deal with everybody treating them like the #1 team, treating them like former national champions. You know, talking about them, still talking about last year. They all have to deal with it, and it's part of the responsibility. You know, and it's a good issue, a good challenge to have. You know, but it's a totally different team, and this season, these 14 games were totally different.
Jalen, what did you expect with the matchup with Watson, and did you expect to have to take as many shots in that game as you did?
I mean, what we tried to do was just, play aggressively. I mean, no matter what the matchups are, I mean, no matter who the one-on-one matchup is, we're always, being aggressive, being ready to score, being ready to always be in attack mode. And so, I mean, honestly, I was just out there just playing, and just wherever I felt was right, just making the right decision at the right time. And if it was a score, it was a score. It was to make a pass. It was a pass. But just didn't really focus on the individuals' matchups. I was just focused on our team, just playing together.
Jalen, in the first half, how quickly did you realize though that you would have some chances to fire up some shots the way they were playing those ball screens? It looked like we were able to pull the trigger, and you had some space to do it.
Of course, yeah. It's just the way they played it, and I just felt a little space, so I obviously just take the shots. But also just comes with the confidence that the coach has in me and the captains have in me. I mean, like I said, I'm one of the youngest guys on the team, but they treat me like an old soul. They treat me like I've been here, and so I mean, I have the confidence like I've been here, like I'm experienced. So, and it's really just a credit to them how they help me prepare for games.
Josh, I guess, where does this rank on environments you've competed in your college career, and how gratifying is it to, be able to weather a storm early and, get a win?
Yeah, it's very tough. I think, safe saying, I'm happy this is my last time here. This environment is it's crazy, it's hectic. When they get on a run, you hear it. We'll be talking on the court, and we can barely even, hear what we're saying. One time Coach called a play. I had no idea what he was calling. I couldn't even tell what we were in. Chris was trying to tell me. Chris was like 5 feet away. I'm like, what are you saying? But this environment is crazy. It's one of the crazier ones I've been in, and you gotta love that.
Josh, you had a rough first half, but you've been through so many games before. How about you feeling at halftime, the way you regrouped that way?
Yeah, I was definitely frustrated in the first half, losing the ball a lot. But if you look, we always say, we have, the seniors, and Coach always talks about Jalen's an old soul. If you look at that game, I don't know how many times Jalen came up to me and just calmed me down, and that's what we mean when he's like a senior out there. There's countless times you see me turn the ball over, you see Jalen's face, he's talking to me, he's keeping me up. So I knew. I was definitely frustrated. I knew I made a couple of bad plays in the first half that results in to easy points for them. So I just try to just slow it down, just stay solid. Don't overthink it. Don't be too aggressive. Just let everything come to me. And then we have great players around us like Jalen. Had a great game. He really put us on his back to that.
Did this feel more like a game in March more than a game in late December?
Definitely. This is a great team. They have a great fan base here, and they're going to be a tough team. They're going to be a team that's capable of making a deep run in March, and we know that. It's good to get in here, play Villanova basketball against a tough team. It's something that we can build on. We know we can get a lot better, but in March, we can look back and say, we played in, a tough environment. We faced adversity, and we overcame it. So this is something it's always good to get. I think while it's happening, I don't think none of us are, too pleased with it. But after looking back, it's something that we can definitely build on.
Jay, their tempo is one of the fastest in the country, and when they get a run going, Watson is fast as he moves the ball. How did you look at that going into the game, and how did you feel like you guys handled it?
Okay, that's why I said there's areas we can get better. Like Josh was talking about, every time in the first half we turned the ball over, it was a bucket at the other end. what we did a great job in the second half was being really efficient offensively and not taking bad shots where they were outrunning or turning the ball over. You know, that's where we have to get better at that as a team. We had turnovers against DePaul too that hurt us, so we got to get better. So I would say okay. You know, the second half much better than the first.
Hey Jay, following up on what Josh said about overthinking and getting too aggressive in the first half. They had a 10-point lead at one time, and I don't know if the temptation for a guy, talent like him would be there to do that. But he still only missed 4 shots the whole game. So what does that say, I guess, about his what he brings to the table?
You know, there's so many challenges that great players like he have to go through that. We always tell the guys, don't tell people your problems because most people don't care and the other people are happy you have them. So, but I know no one feels sorry for him and you shouldn't. But when you're in that position, everybody wants you to play like the player of the year. And sometimes the opponent, they're saying, hey, we're not going to let you play like the player of the year. If you want to try to, you're going to beat your team. You're going to lose. And that's exactly what Josh is saying. He's so intelligent. He's so humble. He doesn't care about that stuff. He just wants his team to win, and that's why we're lucky. When we talk about the leadership of a senior, that's part of a senior's leadership is to realize some teams are going to just try to take you out of the game. You got to make the right play, and that's what he does for us night in, night out. He's had triple doubles where he's had, maybe like 15 points and 12 assists. Right? He got a big offensive rebound at the end of the game when the plays aren't for him. That's really the value of a great leader.
Jay, I know you mentioned it's one game at a time. It probably feels like that when you get done with these, but I guess you can zoom out and look at what you guys have done so far this season. 14-0 at this point to start conference play. You've won in some tough environments. What does it take for you to get everyone's best shot on a nightly basis and still be, heading into January unbeaten?
Yeah, I know it's a boring answer. I wish I had something better for you, but we'll take a look back at it, for a second, and we're proud of it. But we realize there's nothing that does for us going into Butler. For a second, you say it, I feel good about it. Like, yeah, that's really cool. But if we spend any time thinking about that, we're going to get beat at Butler. So we just got to look at this, and it's again, you got 3 seniors, you got him. I can say it's easy as a coach, but the players do it. Like they come out of this game and say, okay, I know he's worried about his turnovers. He's going to go to work tomorrow and practice on those turnovers. And then we're going to look at what we didn't do against the pressure at the end. And then we're going to try to get better for Butler. And then at the end of the season, we'll look back and hopefully it's real good. And we enjoy that. We actually really enjoy that.
Jalen, how much more confident are you as a shooter this year? Last year you were more of a facilitator, even though you had to hit some big shots. Are you much more confident as a shooter this year?
Yeah, definitely. All the time in the summer that we had in the gym, obviously just getting a lot of shots up. But like I said before, it's just really just a credit to, the coaches and the seniors and everyone else on the court, like all my teammates. They give me the confidence to shoot. Whenever they swing the ball, whenever I'm open, they're all here is shoot it, knock it down. They're just encouraging, and so it's really just a credit to them and. It just feels good when you have your teammates have your back all the time.
Thanks, guys. Happy New Year, everybody.
Thank you.